I have the Lifeline Ultimate Survivor here. This is a kit that's supposed to be your one-stop shop. Grab it in the store, throw it in your bag, and be ready for everything that you need for whatever may arise. I'm going to do a little review on it. I came up with a grading rubric here that I thought was all the things that you would need to survive. I've come up with almost an algorithm for survival kits, and I'm going to start grading kits off of this rubric. Let's open this kit up, see what's inside it, and grade it. We got several items here that they're claiming. We got waterproof matches. There's quite a few in here. It's a whole box. They don't seem to be bad quality. A lot of waterproof matches you see are just a clear coating on a black match that doesn't want to light very easily, so you know, these aren't all that bad really. Got a little multi-tool here. Folds up, comes with a little package. Little belt carry case. Ziploc bag. Got one tea light candle. You can see part of the trouble here. Got one of these safety whistles, waterproof match holder, compass, and this right here is a small flint. $20-piece first aid kit. This is a very large 56 by 84 survival blanket. That's almost 5 feet by almost 7 feet. Got a one size fits all rain poncho. 2 disposable hand warmers. 1 flashlight, which did come in the kit, which I've already opened this kit obviously. It did come with batteries. I didn't have to purchase those. And the Nalgene bottle that the whole kit is stored in. Okay, on my grading rubric, I'm going to give it points on if it has a good knife, 10 possible points, fire starting, 10 possible points, shelter, water, food, signaling, navigation, and first aid, all 10 possible points. Also miscellaneous, information, or that's interchangeable with if it will work for the user, because this kit I'm going to grade on information. Other kits I'm going to grade on work for the user if they're homemade. But this being a store-bought kit, it's supposed to work for whoever can grab it. So if it doesn't contain information, which this one doesn't, it's not useful to somebody that picked it up at the store. If it's practical, if it's multifunctional, the items inside the kit, and I'm going to also give it 5 possible points for if it has room for improvement. So that each of those will get 5 possible points for a total of 105 possible points. Starting out with the knife. This knife that's in here, you can't expect much in a small container like this, but this knife is very small and it's not got any edge on it at all. It's pretty much just a flat piece of metal, so it really is useless for anything as far as batoning wood, chiseling, fireboard, you know, a bow drill, anything. I mean, it has no edge on it, so I gave it 2 points for a knife because they did try. There's several items here. Some of these items I'm not sure what you'd even do with it. I mean, that's really small. A little screwdriver or something. We got a nail file, some little pliers. Some more things on this side. I gave it a 2. They tried. There is a knife in here, so I can't give it a 0. That's not much. Okay. Fire starter. They did a little better. There is waterproof matches here. They are a little bit better than some of the waterproof matches that I've actually gone out and bought in the store. Also, waterproof match holder, the flint, and the tea light. All these things together, you should be able to light a fire. You should be able to light the tea light. If it's wet out, use the flint. Your matches are waterproof. There's a container for your matches. I went ahead and gave them a 9 on that. I think they covered most of the basics there. For shelter construction, we do have here, I mean, the base point of shelter is something to protect you from the elements. So there is a one-size-fits-all rain poncho. There is a very large base blanket and 2 hot hands. I'm counting hot hands as shelter instead of miscellaneous because they do help protect you from the elements. On that, I gave them an 8. I knocked 2 points off because with these items, you should be able to construct something reasonable and you should be able to withstand the night. Possibly not comfortably, but sometimes that's not the most important thing at that point. I knocked 2 points off because there's no form of cordage in here past, you could steal the lanyard off of this. That's the only form of cordage in here, so to be honest, I didn't notice this lanyard before, and that may have redeemed their 2 points, but like I said, this is a kit that should be able to be purchased off the shelf and be used by anybody that gets their hands on it, so they may not notice that either. So with no cordage, I gave them an 8. Water, they had 10 possible points. I gave them a 5 because we got a bag here. We've also got this nice BPA-free Nalgene style bottle. Both of those are water containment, which gave them a 5, but you need 2 things to have water. You need purification. There's no tabs in here. There's no way to boil water for a user that, once again, I graded this kit on a user that didn't know anything about it. There's no way to boil water. So they lost half their points on that. Signaling, I did actually again give them an 8 out of 10. We do have a whistle for just to get your voice heard. We do have a flashlight for night signaling. I knocked 2 points off of because of day signaling. If you're trying to signal an airplane or whatever, the only reason they got an 8 out of 10 is because your poncho can be used for signaling. But again, based on that somebody doesn't know what they're doing at all, they may not think of that. So 8 out of 10 on signaling. They did make a good effort on that. Navigation, I gave them a 10. There is a compass in here, and that really is the best they can do. Without a map, a compass may not do you much good, but they can't put a map in here not knowing where you're going to be or where you're going to get lost, and they can't put a GPS in here. So really breaking it down to what is possible for them, a compass. I thought about knocking points off because there's only one compass, but because a lot of times if somebody has 2 compasses, they'll put those 2, they can use those 2 compasses, you know, to help themselves believe, because sometimes it's hard to believe a compass when you don't have another one, but they did the best they could, so I did go ahead and give them full points on that.